Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. So, on this snowy Wednesday...
Snowy, rainy Wednesday.
Snowy, rainy, haily, sleety Wednesday... Did you do the crossword?
I did do the crossword.
And did it leave you all wet?
It could have.
It actually had wets in the crossword, didn't it?
I believe it did, yes.
16 down, licks say was wets.
That is correct. But no, it did not leave me wet.
Good.
But it was a good crossword.
Good.
For a Wednesday.
So it wasn't too tough?
It wasn't too tough, and it had a lot of themed clues. It was like half the puzzle was the theme. So that was pretty amazing. I don't think I've seen quite that many squares devoted to the theme.
I guess I hadn't counted, but...
Well, if you highlight the revealer on, you get to see all of the themed clues, and it's like every other line is a themed clue. So
interestingly, that's not working in X-word info today. I can't seem to make that happen. But
okay. Well, the revealer, I'm going to talk about the revealer first because then it'll make a lot more sense. But the revealer was actually separated, which is kind of unusual. Sometimes it's, like consecutive clues, but this time it was the very first and the very last down clues were the revealers. And the clue was at 1 down with 44 down, which was the last one, go out with a bang or a hint to the themed clues that included 16, 21, 29, 34, 46, and 54
Hop.
across.
Oh. Sorry, I panicked. I went into quarterback mode.
Anyway, the answer to that was the first word was finish at 1 down, and the last word was strong at 44 down. So
right.
Finish strong. And if you look at the answers to those themed clues, you'll get what they're talking about. Because the answers were in order: window trim, sepia toned, car jacked, budget cut, perfect fit, and sports buff. So I think they are trying to get us into the mood of spring workouts.
I just came back from Planet Fitness, so...
Oh, very good.
I'm already set.
No more couch potatoes, even though it is snowing and raining outside at the same time. You get out there and get yourself trim, toned, jacked, cut, fit, and buff.
Right. And for the record, it was not snowing nor raining inside the Planet Fitness.
Really?
Those roofs are built to take it.
Well, very good.
Yeah, some of the clues for those themed answers were terrific. I loved 29 across, collected Hot Wheels, carjacked.
Yes, that was very funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
I think one of the best. And I wasn't sure about the frame, apron, molding, etc. That was window trim.
Yes, those are all different parts of the window, the trim around a window pane.
I figured you got it right away.
I did.
Took me a while to sort of work through that. And then the 21 across, like some photos of yesteryear, sepia toned. It's just something about sepia. I look at it and I just feel nostalgic. The nostalgic color.
Does everything kind of go brown around you when you think of that word? Because that's a sepia tone.
Yes, indeed. Something like maybe a little rose color sort of thrown in as well. Okay. Rose and sepia.
One that was a real stumper, and it shouldn't have been, but 32 across, rocket blank, character in Guardians of the Galaxy. And of course, I remember that's the raccoon.
Right.
I'm like, what was his last name? What was his last name? Rocket what? Well, it was Rocket Raccoon.
Yes.
So I'm like, oh, it starts with an R.
And in the middle of that, we had 29 down. New Deal program in which workers planted more than 3.5 billion trees in brief. CCC.
Right.
Did you know the CCC?
I did. Oh, I didn't remember it. I put the WPA. I remembered that was a program at that time. But the CCC, I can't remember what the one season, it was Civilian Corps.
Civilian Conservation Corp.
Civilian Conservation Corps, okay. Yeah. Yeah, they planted all kinds of trees and
Apparently.
worked on various national monuments and parks and stuff. And yes.
I bet that might be annoying for some people. So it's like, here comes that CCC group. Great. Now we've got 30 trees in our backyard that we didn't have before. Well, I thought about TVA, the Tennessee Valley Authority.
Right.
Which may or may not have any relation to being a New Deal program.
I don't think it was.
No? Okay.
But I remember when we were in Pennsylvania a long time ago, and we went to see Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water. And apparently he got a whole bunch of people, I think from the CCC, to help him build that house.
Oh, that's clever.
And they had no idea how to build a house, but they were there and they helped him build it in that natural setting.
And yet it's still standing.
And it's still standing.
So they must have known something. 26 across was clairvoyant, and that was oracle. That took me a bit. I was not ready for the presence of the oracle.
Right.
Did you get 17 down? The rap star who called himself Machiavelli Tupac? I
didn't know he called himself that, but I had the T and the U, and I thought it must be Tupac.
But Machiavelli is spelled Makaveli. So
yes, not like
I'm assuming
classical spelling. But
as a rap star, you get to spell Machiavelli any way you want.
Oh yeah, any word really,
Sure. I like we had one across. Actually, one across was instrument depicted in Manet's Young Flautist, and I originally had oboe.
Oh.
And I don't know, I thought it had to be something sort of long and with holes in it, and you would blow through it, and I figured an oboe would do the trick.
Well, there you go.
But it turned out to be a fife.
Yes.
And then at the bottom of the crossword, we had 49 down, org that oversees the World Cup, FIFA.
That is right.
Actually, they may pronounce it FIFA, but I've got to make it rhyme with, or more or less, parallel fife, so FIFA. Fife and FIFA.
Very good.
Also, we had another interesting pattern. 56 across was knighted one named rock star. I almost read that as one armed rock star. Knighted one named rock star, Bono. And then right beneath that, we had Beethoven, 59 across, Beethoven's birthplace, Bonn. So we had B-O-N-O on top of B-O-N-N.
That's correct.
And I thought they could have gone for a triple play because they could have gone for bong, and then they would have had BBB would have been Better Business Bureau. Something that ends in O would have been like falling off a log. I'm not sure how they would clue that exactly. And then we were going to have, three N's. I wasn't sure what the three N's was. Actually, this is sounding worse and worse the more.
Yes, it is.
I just like the idea of having Bono on top of Bon on top of Bong. But somebody with perhaps the wit of Daniel Bodily, the author of this crossword, could probably come up with the clues to make it happen.
Perhaps.
I've just got NNN, which is my clue for that would be a less remembered New Deal organization, the NNN.
Right, with area in front of it.
The New Nature Nuts. Yes, that would be it.
The real answer for that one.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Huffington of the Huffington Post, which is Ariana, but not Ariane.
Well, but the one going across that would have been under Bono and Bon turned out to be Snag.
Yes. So it had one in, but not in the right place.
That was What's the Catch? Actually, originally I had Snap, but then I had Strondp for 44 down. And strong sounded a lot better.
Definitely.
I absolutely loved 37 down. Controller. Gamer,
yes.
It's like, what?
That was a great clue.
And close to it, 34 down, groundskeeper, barista.
Yeah.
That was a very amusing part of the crossword, I thought.
Right. Me too.
And I like the fact that 13 down, word that means both hello and goodbye, ciao. What a useful word.
Yes.
Hello, goodbye.
Ciao.
Yeah. I guess there's nothing in English that does that.
I can't think of any.
They'd have to form a portmanteau. Maybe hello, bye. Hello, bye.
Well, a wave, you can wave hello or wave goodbye. So it's nonverbal version of that.
Okay. Or maybe we could just coin a whole new word as a portmanteau. Hello-bee. Hello-bee. There.
I don't know if that'll catch on or not.
I'm starting it here and now. We'll just see how long it takes before it starts to show up. We just need to be, again, crossword influencers.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe that would just be language influencers. I'll tell you, if I'm a language influencer, obvs is going away immediately. Do not use that word. It is highly offensive. Okay, 11 down. Transfer to death, demised. That was a shocker to me.
Yes.
I mean, I think about demise as your death, not transfer to death. But apparently there's a second definition of demise.
Oh, really?
That, yes, involves transferring like property at death. It's like, never heard of that before. I looked at that and thought, that can't be right, but it was.
Wow. New to me.
Yep.
Maybe Daniel Bodily or Bodily or however he says his name.
I'm going for bodily because that's how it's spelled.
Or maybe he's a lawyer. I don't know. Or maybe he knows something about law that the rest of us don't. But
it could be. He's not wearing a bow tie, so that sort of goes against the notion that he's a lawyer. Nor is he wearing a horse head wigs, like the British do. 5 down, get a closer shot was pan in.
yes.
I'm used to zoom in and zoom out, not pan in.
You can pan in.
I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm obviously not a director.
Pan in.
Pan in, pan out. Pan in, panic. So, all right. Well, I think that is probably it for the crossword. So, thanks everyone for listening.
Yes.
Hope you're enjoying these podcasts. Let us know. crosswordpodcast@icloud.com. And Thursday's crossword is going to be out soon.
Yes.
We will tackle it and be back to talk about that crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.